And yes, you do not need that many tools. You just need a 13mm socket and a 10mm socket, and maybe just something to use those, and that's it. Just two tools, like these two tools. That's it. Hello everyone, let me show you where is the battery locator for BMW X3 and also for X5, right? This is here I'm talking about the body style BMW X3 F25 and BMW X5 body style E70. This covers for all the model years from 2011 to 2017 for X3 and 2006 to 2013 for X5. So let's jump into it. So for X3, if you go from the behind, open the trunk, right? So there is this big mat. You just have to open this thing up, and then underneath there is this different, like a tool box or whatever you can call it, right? So there are different screws in this, like 5 or 6 different screws, like on these different locations, right? And these two here. So you just open those screws up and then pull this thing up, and here is your battery locator. And it is same for X5, right? As I can show you here. So this is where our beautiful battery is located, right? Okay, so we are going to remove the battery on BMW 2012 X3 model. So the first step is to remove this bracket. There is a screw right here, then there is a screw right down there, and then we have to remove this bracket. We have to remove this screw. Then we are going to remove the negative first, then we are going to remove the positive, and then this screw, and this will bring out this power assembly out, right? Then we are going to remove the battery, then we are going to put on the new battery, and then we will put back everything back again, right? So let's start the process. So with using the 10mm socket, we are going to loosen this thing up. You just have to loosen it up enough so that there is a gap, and so you can take it out. Here we go. So the negative is out. You can just place it anywhere. Always do the negative first and then the positive, and when you are putting back the new battery, then do the positive first and then the negative. Okay, same 10mm will work here. Using number 13 wrench to open this power supply. So we can lose this thing up and like this, and then now we can take it off. So now we can remove this piece off, and there's a trick. So there are these two clips, one clip here and one clip there, which is holding on to the battery. So what you have to do, you have to press this from the top, and then you have to push from the bottom, and then you can take it off like this, right? And similar way you can do that from the other side, and this piece will come off. So now you can see that this whole piece is coming off like this, right? And we can put it on the side, and this piece also, this piece goes there, and this positive piece is, just be careful with these cables. You don't want to disconnect these cables, right? So just gently put it back somewhere so that you can remove the battery later. Now when we have all this negative, positive, and this power supply is loose and off, now we can take this bracket off. Maybe in your case this bracket could be the first one that you can remove, but in my case it was underneath these cables, right? So I take it off, loosen it up, and now I can remove this bracket. I have to unscrew this one and then one down there, right? And they both are 13mm. So let's do that. Easy peasy.
right here. This came off. And for this one, we need a little longer device. Let's try that.
So I bought this long tool, and here is the extension 13 mm. So I'm going to use that. Let's see. It was not very successful. It has this kind of a flexible cord. I don't know if you can see it. Like, see, flexible. So that's why I was not able to make use of it. So what I did, I'm using this one. I extended the length, so hopefully this will work. One thing I also want to mention, you guys must have noticed that I'm working from inside the car, right? Because the battery is in the trunk. Let me show you. Like, this is the trunk, right? This is the trunk. So the reason I'm working from the trunk is because my battery dried completely, and even after boosting I was not able to open the trunk. So I have to come from inside the door. I open up my, like, I pull down, my seats are like right down, right? And like this. And I'm working in my trunk right from inside. So because I was not able to charge my car to open the trunk, right? And even if I was able to open the trunk after charging it, like say for an hour, boosting it from another car, right? Then I was not able to move my car, and as you can see that I parked my car right next to the wall, so it was very hard for me to open the trunk and work from there. So I'm just working from inside. So just be careful when your battery is about to die. Try to change it as soon as possible, and this is part of the reason I'm changing it by myself, or I'm trying, is that because I was not able to drive my car to the mechanic, right, or to the BM dealership. And the other thing is, yes, I bought my battery from the BMW dealership. It was not that expensive. It was $290, close to $300, and with taxes and everything in Canada it was $350. In those $350 there are $18 for the old disposable charges for the old battery, right? So if I go back to them and if I give this battery to them, they are going to return me $18 plus tax. Another update, everyone. So I was not able to fit in this tool here, so that's why I'm using this, not the flexible one but the regular solid extension with this tool. Let's try that. As you can see, my tool fits in properly, and I was okay, everyone. So we have the bracket off. So now the last thing which is holding the battery is this thing. So we are going to take out this screw, same 13 millimeter, and then we should be able to pull the battery out. We are almost done, guys, and I'm so happy.
Okay, so let's take out this last piece. The batteries are quite heavy, guys. It's 30 kg.
So this piece came off, so just be careful when you're lifting the batteries. Awesome. So this piece came off. I believe we are all good to go, and we can pull the battery out. Let's try that. One more thing, guys, we have to take this outlet wall. We have to take this thing out. I will show you in the, it's just a small vent pipe which you have to take it out, this one right here, and then you can put it back in the new one. Wow. So the mission completed, at least half of the mission. So we have the old battery here. One of the things that I was talking about was one of the valve, this valve pipe, this one right here. This goes on the side of the battery, right in this hole, right in this hole, this pipe, right? So we have the old battery here. Let's bring in the new battery and let's connect everything back there. So here is my new battery, here is my old battery, guys. So let's put the new battery in. Sliding in the battery, make sure that you're putting the right side in. So positive will go on this side depending on where you're sitting, and negative will go this side, because the space is very limited and there are wires all across, so you need to be very careful when you're sliding it in. Okay, we have put it in an angle, and then we can just try to slide it in so everything will fit in place. Let's try that. So battery is almost coming on the right place. We can slide it in, as you can see here. The very first thing that you want to do is you want to plug this vent cable, right? This vent cable to the right spot, because you don't want to forget it later. And now we can start going into connecting all the things back again, like this, starting right from this power supply. So like when we were disconnecting, we disconnected negative first and then positive, right? But when we are connecting, we will connect positive first and then we will connect negative. And then we also have to put that bracket on this one, and then the another piece. This piece will go right on the corner to hold the battery, and then we should be good. And I will try to start my car, and hopefully it will start, guys. After putting the battery in place, make sure it's sitting right on the floor, right? So like on the floor, not so. Let me see if I can show you those. So you can see these hooks here, right? These hooks. So make sure it's not sitting on those, it's right on the floor and it's right snugged in tight. And then you can start putting back in the positive like this, back in place. Don't tighten the screw yet, 10 mm screw, because we want to make sure that we have this power distribution is on place as well. So once we are sure, then we can start tightening it up, right? Looks like everything is good, so let's tighten the 10 millimeter. So after tightening the screws, put these clips back on and make sure you put these clips, just push them right from the top, and then they will be clipped right here and on the back, right? If you're lucky, you can open your trunk, you may have more access. But in my case, I'm just stuck. Anyways, now we just have to put this bracket on, this negative thing on, and then this one on, and then we should be good to go. If you guys remember, in my case, bracket is under these cables, so I'm just going the same way. So it's right here, and I'm just trying to put it on a place here, like it will go right up there, and then this will go right here. So now the bracket is in place, so we will tighten it after. So but first we want to put this negative port on. So when you will put it on, don't be afraid, and there could be a little bit of a spark, but that's pretty normal. So let's try that. And we can use the same 10 millimeter to tighten the screws. 10 millimeter. Alright guys, so this bracket looks good. It looks good, nice and tight. Now the last piece is this piece right on the side of the battery, right here, right? As you can see, there is a hole right here, so where this screw will go in, and the battery should be in place. And you can see this is tight, and the battery, I'm moving, it's not moving from its place, so it's right on its place. We have all the pieces together, guys, and let's try to start the car, and see if we can make it work. So I'm already seeing some good signs. Let's see if we can make it work. Start. Great. Awesome. That's great, guys. everything comes on. As you know, I was complaining my trunk is not opening. Now you can see it's clearly open. And here is my all new battery. It's working fine. Car is started. And now we can just put back this thing on. First, this piece will go in. This is just a piece, it will go in. You can tighten these screws, plastic screws, 1, 2. And there are a couple more that go here, 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 and here, right? So let's do that. All the plastic screws are back in, right? And now the last piece is this cover. So this is simple, you just put it back on. Awesome. I hope you liked the video. Please subscribe my channel and like, comment, share, and I will be posting these kind of simple tips and tricks.